Hey, we're going to get going here today, and not much going on in the markets, but I think it's just a good time to take a step back and look at where the U.S. is at compared to some of the world markets right now. And it's a report week. We got a stocks and acres report out on Friday. So let's just take a quick glance at wheat. Here, the top chart, we got EU wheat futures. The bottom chart is Chicago wheat futures. And I put that red line in there as kind of the lows from 2021. And as you can see right now, you've got EU wheat well above where that 2021 low is, and you've got U.S. wheat futures or Chicago wheat futures right at that point. When we take a step back and look at this thing, we need to realize that EU wheat right now is around 650 a bushel. We're hanging here at 590 to $6. They have a competitive advantage when you look at shipping rates in here right now. But when you look at this EU wheat market, putting in a base and its premium to Chicago, we probably just shouldn't be too bearish on this wheat market. We think that there's good value in here on Chicago wheat when you look at the world market. Now let's flip over to corn. On the top is EU corn futures. The bottom is US corn futures. You can see the EU market is sitting right around those 2021 lows. Well, the US market is just a little bit below there. When you look at these prices in US dollar terms, we've got this EU market sitting here at 535, the US market at 480. Again, comparing this to Europe, we've got pretty good value here in the US corn market. Where there's an issue on corn and where we have some competitive disadvantages when we start looking at this Brazil corn market right now. You can see the 2021 low on Brazil corn where we're at now, and then look at the US corn price. So when we get these back to US dollar terms, right now we're looking at Brazil corn around 490 a bushel. US corn is at 480. And when you saw this break before in early 2023, Brazil got the lion's share of that export business. Now, just over the last couple of weeks, we're getting some export business back from Brazil as US corn is about even price, and in some days just a little bit cheaper than Brazil. So you need to keep in mind where our major export competitors are at. It's with Brazil on corn. Right now, we are competitive and our exports should pick up a little bit. Flipping over to soybeans, we don't want to confuse us here, but what we have is an export market on Brazil beans up above. That's at $523 a metric ton. That's around $14.20 a bushel. It is U.S. soybean futures below, sitting right around $13. If you look at a Gulf price, we're at $13.80. Just like corn, U.S. beans are very competitive on the world market. And so you can make an argument that, hey, there is some support here. We are getting some export business where you're facing some crosswinds on soybeans as we are in U.S. harvest. As we want to wrap up here today, when we look at the markets, we need to keep in mind these are global markets. We need to look at where the global players are at, and especially our global export competitors. The other thing to keep in mind is seasonals. I mean, we like wheat when you look at it compared to the world markets. Seasonals offered some support. Beans were a little more mixed bag. Yes, we're competitive than compared to Brazil, but seasonals are still a little bit weaker in here. When you look at this bean complex, keep in mind insurance prices are set in the month of October. If we can get a rally in the month of October, it's going to take away some insurance payments for corn producers. Right now, we think the thing that producers have got to focus on if they're taking grain to town, do what makes the most economic sense. Again, this is report week. We got a stocks report out on Friday and the final small grains report. Expect the volatility to stay here in the markets. To start off this week, though, you got to be a little bit encouraged as we are holding support. I will bring you updates again here throughout the week and towards the end of the week. Any questions, make sure you give us a call. Have a great day.